Hey everyone, my name's Andy Lecture, and you can find me on Instagram at AndyRLecture. I am one of the directors of Takata Independent, which is a new winter guard coming to the upstate of South Carolina. If you're looking for a place to perform next winter, we have a world-class staff, so we would love to have you. And I'm also one of the directors for Squared Independent. You can find us at SQD_independent on Instagram. And we are a fully virtual color guard, so if you're looking for somewhere to perform at any point, we'd love to have you for that as well. We're producing a color guard project every month through November, and then we're also going to be creating a performance for the 2022 WGI E-Showcase, assuming there is one. We're not really sure what the plans are yet, but that's what's on the horizon for us. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a strip 45 with the roll under it, and well, just get started. So making sure that you've already stretched and done everything you need to do to prepare your body. We're gonna just break this down like I do with every trick toss. I'm gonna start with the toss itself, and then the body itself, and then combine the two. So the toss is gonna be a 45 that you strip as you prepare for it. So we're gonna start, if this is my front, I'm gonna face away from you so you can kind of follow along a little bit better. I'm gonna start with my right hand on the tap, thumb towards the silk at this shoulder hip angle. And from here, we're just gonna bring it up and around, stripping as we go. So you should end at least a foot away from the top, if not closer to the top if you can manage it. If you can get all the way to the stopper, that would be really cool. You can get a nice lofty toss and get yourself a little bit more time to do the trick. But you should have enough time if you get at least to the foot away from the top stopper. So you're gonna start, you're gonna slide it here, bring it across your toes, and then release. So the toss itself is just a pretty basic toss. If you're just doing it from here, it's very similar without stripping it, like that. The only difference is we're stripping going into it, so you just need to make sure that you have your hand all the way around the silk, slide it down, and release. But also just make sure you're really paying attention to your planes. It's really tricky on this toss because similar to the body, we allow the toss itself to sort of freak us out, and so we forget our technique. So we've got to make sure that after releasing this 45, we're passing through flat at our eyes and then behind our head. So we've really got to make sure in the process that we're maintaining that plane flat at the eyes, behind the head, so it stays flat in relation to us. Otherwise you're going to get some weird planes, and as you're rolling, it's going to be really scary. If it's, for example, rotating on this plane, but you're rolling on this one right here, you're gonna see a pole coming at your face, and it's gonna be a little scary. Make sure that we understand where we're rolling to so that we know where to place the toss. Unfortunately, I don't have a gym space today. I'm in my driveway, so I'm just gonna find like a spot on the ground that I can consistently start at and know where I'm going to make sure that I am consistent with my roll. So as you release, you're going to go ahead and put the top of your toes, like tuck the top of your foot, and you're going to shift your weight to your right leg. So you're going to release and tuck and shift your weight all at the same time here, and then you're going to put your knee down, roll, making sure that you point your feet during the roll, and then place your left foot, push up onto that knee and catch. Sometimes I do catch this still sitting down, so those are both perfectly good options. So I'm going to find my spot again. It was right here, and make sure that I'm starting there again. Release, sit, in here. So this is where my spot is. So it's really just a few inches starting when you're facing this way. It's gonna be a few inches to your left, and it's really not gonna be going that far front to back. It should be just on the other side of your body. So there's not a lot of movement with this. So just basically, all you're gonna do with your toss is you're gonna hold on just a tiny fraction bit longer than you normally would to make sure it goes the few inches that you need it to go. If you let go at the exact same time that you normally would, you're going to end up just a little bit this far, or too far this way, just a little bit, and it's going to be harder. You're going to be reaching for it on the catch. So now that we've got the body and the toss, we're going to find our spot again if you need to. I start with my left hand on the top cheater just to give myself the room to kind of pull the flag down so I can strip it. I start there, my hand's just a cheater apart. I'm pulling with my left hand so I can strip it with my right, get it here, and go. The trick is to not let the the body affect your toss. So you need to separate it by counts. Yes, we are tucking our foot on at the same time as the release, but you're not actually rolling yet. So let that be the only thing you do. Toss like you always would, with the only change being that toe tuck and shifting the weight. And that's going to be on 1, and then you're going to initiate the roll on 2. So it's completely 2 separate actions so that the toss and the body don't affect each other. Typically when people go to do fancy body into their tosses, they allow the mentality of doing the body and, oh shoot, I've really got to get this going. I've got to quickly do my body and make sure that I have time so that I can catch the flag. And in that sort of, for lack of a better word, panic, they allow the toss to be thrown off by the fact that they're doing their body. And so you see that especially under turns. You'll see a lot of like people turning early and they don't let go before they're turning, and they're turning before they let go. And that ends up throwing your toss off significantly. So make sure that it's 2 separate counts. You're going to do your prep 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're shifting that weight already on 8 and 1, and then rolling on 2, and then catching on, I think, about 4. So just really separating those counts. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I was a little scared to catch it the proper way because I'm rolling on asphalt and it hurts. I'm not going to do this too many times today. But yeah, so you are going to release this behind you, and then you're going to roll towards the flag over your right shoulder. So make sure that you're rolling the right way. You're tucking your left foot, going down to your left knee, and going over your right shoulder so that you can catch over your left shoulder. And as always, make sure you're analyzing yourself. You're really thinking about the way that your releases might be affecting your tosses. So if you, for example, are holding on a little bit too long, you're going to end up really hooking the crap out of it. It's going to go too far that way. So that's one thing that might happen. Also, and obviously the inverse is true. So if you release too short, it's going to go too far that way. And as always, make sure that you are analyzing your tosses and just breaking it down. Don't take the toss over and over again and hope for the best. Take the toss, analyze what happened. Did it go too far that way? Did it go too far that way? What can I do to adjust? Was I allowing my roll to affect my toss? Was I holding on too long? Whatever it might be. And just making sure that you are really giving yourself, you're being critical of yourself to make sure that you can solve whatever problems you're having. And if you like this video, make sure that you do click that like button and subscribe to Spintronic's YouTube channel. And best of luck. I can't wait to see your videos. See ya.